Lamb, out in theaters now, new super weird film from Iceland. It was marketed as horror, but I don't think it really is that. I think it's a mix of a very odd, eerie family drama that has a supernatural element to it and a folk fairy tale, but it certainly isn't particularly scary. The story takes place on a sheep farm in rural Iceland, where a married couple running it have their lives changed one day. They are taking births from the pregnant sheep, something which is a very usual activity for them. But then one of those sheep gets a shocked reaction from them. Crucially, we don't initially see why. We see their faces and in response to what's happening, and then we just see the head of the little lamb, and the rest of its body is wrapped in blankets. And for some reason, the couple takes this lamb away from the other animals and begins taking care of it in their own house, like they would of a real human child. Now, for a significant amount of time, we are left wondering why that's the case. Is there something wrong or unusual with the body of the lamb? Is it different somehow? Does it need additional care? Or maybe the couple is just going mad. The mystery is revealed with time, and the film just becomes weirder from that point forward. Now, as with many films produced by the A24 company, I was pretty excited about it, and I have to say it doesn't quite live up to the level that the other movies from them have gotten me used to. It looks great, especially with all the shots of the beautiful nature. It has a very dense atmosphere. It is well acted by humans and animals alike. There were many scenes where just the reactions on the faces gave us all the information we needed. It's not a very dialogue-heavy film. And sometimes those faces would just be animal faces. There's a lot of animal footage in this film. There's a dog, there's a cat, there's the lamb, obviously, there's the other sheep, horses at one point. But, taking all of this into account, I also felt that the movie had its flaws. First of all, it is incredibly slow. And I mean that as a fan of generally slower cinema. There are entire sections of the film where seemingly nothing happens except for shots of sheep being loud or white pictures of empty terrain. Secondly, I think it is just a little too cryptic and unfocused for my tastes. And again, I usually enjoy when a movie makes me think and discover its meaning, but I feel this one just gets kind of lost among all the possible interpretations. It could be read as a cautionary folk fairy tale. It could be read as a family drama about secrets, infidelity, and processing loss. It can be read as a piece about being different. It could also be read as a classic man versus nature conflict manifesting in the strangest ways. Problem for me is none of those interpretations really come to the front as like the most probable one. None of them fit just well enough for me to be satisfied with my understanding of the movie. And I've also read that the director himself, when asked about the intended meaning, he said that he had some sort of idea, but then after he saw the finished cut of the film, he just changed his mind about what the movie is actually about, which tells me that maybe his initial idea wasn't really as pronounced to begin with. Maybe he just had an outline for an idea and just tried to see what would come out of it naturally. And that prevents the film from being a really solid one in my book. I felt it was just missing that special something. It's not bad though, it's still decent at its thing, at being this atmospheric, slow-burning, extremely weird movie. But it certainly isn't for everyone, and I think it ever so slightly missed the target with me.